Alright, here is the video review for Legacy Evolution Commander Class Armada Universe Optimus Prime. And he's fantastic. I like him. Like the leader class Megatron. I think in my Megatron review, I didn't point out he's a leader class, but he is a leader class. Both of them are great. Like I love them. I do miss the trailer auto transforms gimmick from the original. I thought that was the coolest thing when I found him on the way up to visit my friend. When he first came out, I was driving up to Northern Virginia to visit a friend of mine, and I found him on the way, and I was transforming him in the car the whole way, and I showed him off to everybody when we got to the big get-together we were having. Anyway, doesn't have that. But the benefit of that is, one, no batteries to ruin anything. Two, won't catch your house on fire. Three, is posable. So, yeah. But anyway, here he is with his big trailer, with his big chunky chunks on the side, his gun up here, his little swivel there. This separate piece is a separate piece in the thing for whatever reason, for reasons unknown, but whatever. Anyway, here he is. He rolls. Let's go ahead and focus on the core robot first, then we'll get to the trailer. When you have him detached, if you just want to play with this part of it and you don't want to play with the trailer, these little detail bits right here can flip out and support the trailer, so you can, as long as you don't push it forward like that. But it will support the trailer if you just want to have it standing off to the side as it is, which we'll do for the time being as we transform the cab. The cab rolls very nicely. You saw everything rolling nicely there, although, again, roll it like that with that up. And there's Prime all underneath. Now, I'm having some trouble getting these things to stay clipped, which is annoying. I know Vangelis just got his and had some trouble getting this thing to stay clipped down here, which I haven't had trouble with, but I've had trouble with this. But anyway. So transform, we'll go ahead and take this and push it down like that. And then you open up these little hinges on either side. Kind of rotate out on either side of the grill here on the front, which lets you detach the grill and fold it down. You can kind of see where we're going with this. Then these pieces come out like that. You can go ahead and fold this down, clip it into place right there. That's where Vangelis was having trouble. It wasn't staying clipped. But clip that into place. And then this whole assembly, the shoulder assembly comes down, and the arms down, flip it around at the elbow, and then rotate the fist. Same over here. Down, rotate it forward, like that. Then split the legs in half, and this is where I have the issue, because like the back panels, rotate the wheels like that, and there's a little tab here that these will tab onto, allegedly. And then you can pop the little hip panels out to the side, and then the back panels out, and that will give his legs a little bit of movement. But it does tend to make this, you can see this isn't clipped properly. And some of that can be alleviated. I don't know if the tab's just not catching or what, but also if I unclip this, it takes some of the pressure off of that, and it will stay more together. But the minute I clip this on, it squeezes these pieces in a way. And it may just be that maybe I just don't have these rotated exactly right, because there's a bunch of swivels in there, but it's a minor concern, but it's mildly annoying. If that's the only issue I have to deal with, then I'm fine with it, though. And then open up here, flip down his feet. And there you have small bendy Optimus. I only say bendy Optimus because he's more bendy than the original, even though he's not the official bendy Optimus that came out in Armada. But anyway, he's got a ball joint at the head. He's got lots of joints there in the shoulder. Bicep swivel. He does have dual hinge elbows, which is nice. He's got a wrist swivel, although a lot of that is blocked by that forearm piece. Doesn't have a waist swivel because of how all this works. And then dual hinge ratcheting hip front to back, swivel to the side, thigh swivel. It does have a bendable knee to, again, about 90 degrees. He does have some ankle tilt there as well. So a fun little posable, smaller Optimus. So again, these things all like to peg together again. And you really kind of need them to be out just a little bit to achieve all that posability. He can hold his rifle like that. And there is Prime. This video camera is slowly rotating and syncing. All right. There we go. Here he is, a quick size comparison with Legacy Leader Megatron, just to give you how they look together side by side. He can also, again, if you have some Minicons weapon sets, there he is wielding the Star Saber. He can actually support it better than Megatron can, although it's a little large for this size figure. If you really want to see him with Tidal Wave, since I have Tidal Wave out, Tidal Wave very big. So we'll set him off to the side for a second, and we'll deal with the base. So the trailer, go ahead and leave these out. You can split. I actually got to open up this panel here. And you can kind of split the legs here, open up these. And tabbing it off of this piece. There we go. So these can come out to the side here. This piece comes down, rotates, flips up, actually like this. I'm trying to remember exactly how the base goes. The base goes like this. And you rotate this up on this post. Come on. Oh, wait, like this? No, okay, maybe. No, I had it right the first time. This comes around like this. This piece rotates around, and you can see there's a couple tabs here that tab into here. So you kind of push that down and around and lock that into place, fold these down for support. Should be tabbing into those slots. There we go. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting that all lined up right. Tab that into the slots. These pieces fold down. Open this piece out, fold down around like that. And then this piece will tab into the gold piece. Hold that down, lock all that together. Actually, for this part, you can flip this up and then lock this back into place here. Again, fold this, leave this up, fold that down like that, fold that back up into there, flatten that out. It's kind of coming together, and then this piece rotates around like this. With the wheels up, it's going to kind of rotate and just kind of support it. And then this little piece is supposed to flip up according to the instructions, but then this piece should come all the way down like that. There we go. Make a little turret. And then you can attach, so it's not the most elegant base or involved base, and then you can attach the gun here. And you can have Prime stand in it. Takes a little bit of balancing to get him to stand in it, but kind of got a wide stance, but then Prime can man the battle station there. Or stand behind it. He doesn't have to necessarily, it can just be a weapons platform. You can also, if you take these the hand cannons off his arm, and plug them into small places if you want, you can also make a combined laser gun, which we'll show off later by attaching them to the front of the gun, but you can do that with both of these. We'll show that combined gun for his big mode. Yeah, there is Prime and his base. And then, of course, go ahead and take this off. From the base mode, come up here, we'll start folding, unplugging all this stuff. Fold this down, fold these back up. This is going to come around like this. See, this is a separate piece in the box. It just pegs in here. I wish it, I don't know, I guess there's not really an easy way to make that stay attached, but sometimes it pops off and it's no fun. Anyway, bring this down like this, and then these little tabs are going to go into these octagonal, hexagonal. Just plug it in like that to form this platform. Lift this up. This is on a hinge here and a hinge here, so make sure that's cleared all out of the way. And then lift this piece up out of the way here like that, so we can rotate the gray piece and the legs all the way around. So this piece is now in the front here. These panels fold down to the leg. These panels form his heels. These panels form the toes, like that. And you want to have these up when you're doing this because these will lock into the leg. And if you have them down like that, you can see now you can't really move the legs out without stressing these panels. You just want to make sure those tabs are free so you can move the legs freely. This piece comes down to form his front little crotch plate there. This piece stays like this for the time being. You can rotate it back and then flip out this little red piece here. And that is the pants. Also, be aware of these clips. I usually don't mess with them too much snapping Prime on. This one you can see kind of sticks a little bit. But when you want to disassemble the super mode, you do want to push these tabs because it makes pulling the cab up much easier. Anyway, there's the lower half of his big robe. And then let's go ahead and take Optimus and turn him into big mode. So you come down here, or come up here, go ahead and fold his shoulders back up. Like that. Like that. Flip this up straight like that. And then lift his arms up like this just to give you some clearance. Turn them over. These rotate out like that. And then obviously shoulders come down to the side. You want to go ahead and bring these down and tab all these panels together to form the shoulder pad. The arms come up and you actually bring them down at a 90-degree angle, 90 degree and 90 degree, double hinge. And then we'll peg in back here on the back behind the arms, like that. Although before you do that, bring his head, his super mode head up. Because when it comes up, there's little tabs here. You can either go above and beyond, but there's little tabs on the gray piece. And you want to make sure you have the leeway to get that up. If you pull it up too high, there's little tabs on the gray piece that go into this red panel, so make sure that locks into place like it has right here. And then you can come up here and fold the arm up and tab it in right here. And then same on this side. Tab that into the back. And lock all that together. And then once that's done, go ahead and recollapse these. Leave the grill back here, but collapse these pieces in, and you can see here are the little catches where these little tabs on the lower half are gonna clip into the upper body. Flip out his little antenna, horns, whatever you want to call them. Arms down. Actually, that's the wrong way. I'll bring them so the elbows come forward. Open this up. Fold the foot up like that so it can rotate through. Rotate the whole hand around, and once you've done that, rotate that back up in to fill the gap. That's a nice little feature they put in there. And again, same over here. Rotate so the wheels are on the outside. Lift up the panel. Lift it, fold up the foot. Rotate the hand out. And then fold the foot up to fill in that empty space in the back of the arm. And there is separate torso mode. Make sure that's pushed down all the way, because if you have it up, it's going to block his face. Yeah, there he is. And then to attach him, you take this silver piece onto this piece, and then this opening right here, you're going to slide it. You can see the thinner part here is going to go in this gap, but you slide it right into here onto the backpack. And then this red piece folds down and pegs into the right behind the shoulders there. Oh, and you can rotate the fists so they're not super visible if you want. Your call. Like that. And then once that's done and attached, you hinge the whole thing down, and it should... This piece has a little trouble attaching, so I'll usually try to put it in at an angle just because it makes sure that side locks down well. Otherwise, it'll wibble a little bit. But then he's attached. Again, make sure those are out so you can spread his legs. And then there is Armada Prime in his super robot mode. And again, you can hold his rifle. He has kind of the thing that Jetfire does, in that he's got fingers and a posable fingers, one-piece posable fingers, and a 5mm port. But unlike Jetfire, it does not fold back into his hand when you open the fingers, unfortunately. It's just kind of there. A little bit of a disappointment, but I don't know how much room that mechanism takes up. And he does have wrist swivel, so that's the trade-off. But he's got a ball joint head up here, ratcheting shoulders in both directions, a bicep swivel. These are his robot mode knees, so you got about 90 degrees of ratcheting there in the elbow, the wrist swivel. He does have waist swivel, but it's just below that pad. But you can rotate his hips there, hips to ratcheting front and back, swivel to the side like we've been seeing, thigh swivel. Again, to about a 90-degree ratcheting knee. He's got posable toes and some ankle tilt. There we go. Again, you can hold his rifle, and if you want, you can pull the exhaust pipes / smaller weapons off of his thing and attach them to his gun for a larger rifle mode. I mean, it's not super large, but it's there if you want it. And he can also, with his larger weapon, wield the Star Saber if you want, like old Armada Energon weapon cores. Now here he is, all combined with Leader Megatron, so you can see how much larger he actually gets there. And here he is with Tidal Wave, who is now still taller, But you can see much more in proportion if they needed to fight. And fight they will. Anyway, these two guys, I hope we get... I know we've got Hotshot and Starscream. I haven't picked them up yet. Maybe I will. But definitely worthy of picking up in your collection if you have any nostalgia for the Armada figures. I know it doesn't have all the functionality that the old Armada figures did, but they're a lot of fun. They're nice homages. They're posable in a ways that the old ones weren't. And like I said, they're nice modern representations of these characters, and it's good to see them getting some attention. But there is Transformers Evolution, Commander Class, Armada Universe, Optimus Prime.